Hello, I'm your host Shivani Raj and welcome to Special Astrology Talk Show. There is no better boat than horoscope to help a man cross the river of life. Now by this we understand how important astrology is in our lives. To get us a little closer to the success, we have India's top numerologist, astrologist, Vastu consultants and tarot card reader. Now we have Dr. Neeta Bheda. Hello, Dr. Neeta Bheda. I hope you're listening us.
Yes, I can hear you.
Firstly, it's a huge honor to have us on our show. Can you please explain us a little bit about yourself and how you got interested in such an amazing practices like astrology and numerology?
It was a calling, I guess, and it came gradually for many, many years. I was born intuitive, and I could I could tell people if there was an issue, and I connected with people. I was sensitive. So it gave me a being in a lot of fields like running my own Montessori school and running a hobby center, gave me a chance to be close to a lot of people. And knowing people well, knowing children well, it made me feel I could guide them and it helped them a lot. So eventually it became my profession, slowly.
Yes. Dr. Neeta Bheda, I just heard that you have visited more than 20 plus countries in 3 different continents and have amazing followers all around the world. How does it feel to be having such a responsibility on you?
It is a responsibility. And we have to be very, very committed towards this responsibility because a lot of people's lives, their future, their decisions, their choices depend on my readings. So it's a big responsibility, definitely, but it gives me deep satisfaction to help them, guide them. And when I see people happy after doing what they do, it takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight. But when they are happier, they are moving out of their troubles and hurdles, it does give me a lot of happiness for them and for everybody around them.
Yes, doctor, that is so amazing. Firstly, I want to ask you, why is astrology and numerology so important in nowadays?
It definitely puts us out of a lot of hurdles. Once you know, it's like, peeping in your own life, you knowing more about yourself, which you were overlooking with the fast life that we are living. We camouflage our energies, and we have the whole knowledge of the world, but we do not know what the basic ingredients of living a happy life are. So once we know ourselves and our planetary constellation, a lot of it depends on our past life, karmic life, and a lot of it depends on the choices we have made since we have grown up. A lot of it depends on our habits and upbringing, the association we keep. So the moment we realize and that there is awareness about living a peaceful, happy life, you start seeking. When people start seeking and they follow people like us, spiritual people like us, more and more they get into living a normal life versus to the fast life they're living right now.
Yes. I got
very
it.
important. Astrology is very important. It's been a part of our culture for many, many years now. Since the manhood, our culture always believed in astrology. People used to see the time and move out of the house. They used to see the moon signs and get a travel or start their new work or something like that, So it's been a part of our culture for many years.
So, doctor, do you think religion and astrology can coexist? I mean, it's a very popular assumption people make. So, what do you think? What are your views on it?
Absolutely. It has always been coexisting. Religion was the way of life and astrology was to be followed by everybody. And if you go back in history, only 4 subjects were taught to mankind, whether they were king's children or whether they were Brahmin's children. They learned maths for their business, they learned geography to travel, They learned astrology to live a normal life and dharma for religion. They followed religion. So these were the only four subjects, and self-defense were taught to them. Astrology was very important. Most of the cultures of the world I've seen learned astrology, including Islam. They
Yes.
learned astrology in olden days.
How does a relationship compatibility work? People say that if sun signs match and the moon signs don't, the relationship is doomed. What are your views on it? Or are only sun signs and moon signs not supposed to match? Can you please tell your views?
Yeah, it does create a problem at times because compatibility. That's why in our culture, Kundli was being matched. In Kundli, they can see the number of planets and their degrees. They match those degrees. So if the degrees match, then they will be compatible. If they don't, they will not be compatible. And we see this all the while. But with more and more education today, Shivani, it's wisdom versus intelligence.
Yes.
So there are people who are wiser, even if my kundli doesn't match, but I'm well educated today. Okay.
Yes.
And I also follow spiritual laws of the universe. Then I'm wise enough to have that awareness to be sacrificing nature or committed nature or calm nature. You work towards peace. It's
Yes.
very important.
Yes.
Match
Yes.
your kundli.
Yes.
I definitely go for it.
Yeah.
I advise people.
We all know how important astrology is. Now, can you please explain us how astrology and tarot card reading helps in one's mental health? Now, it's 2021 and we all know many people are going through many mental issues. Can you tell us how
Yes,
does
yes.
astrology help us?
Yeah, sure. See, tarot card is also a tool of astrology. It's nothing different. The basic is we use our intuition. Okay. How it helps, as I told you earlier, also, it puts us totally, it navigates type of our life. It puts us out of hurdles. It uh, erases our wrinkles. So, in mental health, we always have a problem in mental health when we are not satisfied with our current life. And our current life is totally dependent on our attitude, the choices we have made throughout. If there are, see, times are going to be bad or good, and it may never be the same. Change is the culture of life, You cannot avoid changes. Every day can't be the same. There must be, like हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, सुख दुख.
Yes.
Happiness and sorrow is going to go side by side.
Yes.
So choices have to be made. How am I going to live?
Yes.
So if you're a powerful personality, you empowered yourself with positive attitude and positive habits, then you won't have a mental health issue. But if you're a weaker side on emotions, you may have. And that reflects your weak moon. Your mental health issues reflect weak moon.
Yes.
So we have to energize our moon where astrology is concerned. If physical health is all right, mental health should be all right. So somewhere or the other, you're ailing physically also. So then again, you have to pray to Surya, water every day. I tell each and everybody, whoever talks to me, they have to water sun every day as a gratitude factor, as exchange of energy, because you are using oxygen, which is an outcome of photosynthesis of sunlight.
Yes.
You are using to eat to survive, which is again because of sunlight. If there hadn't been sunlight and there hadn't been air, you can't breathe in oxygen and eat food and survive.
Yeah.
So all these elements are most important to live or to for our survival techniques. That's why we have to pray every day to Surya, water Surya. That's an exchange of energy. Chant Gayatri Mantra, especially people who are ailing with mental health and slip on depressions, and they have these panic attacks or anxiety attacks. It's very common. Nobody should be feeling ashamed. In India, it is very taboo to go to a psychiatrist.
Yes.
Especially women want to, disclose that they're feeling
Yes.
low. And then they keep slipping in depression.
Yes.
The right way exercise every day. They have to love to walk outside in open, in the parks and gardens. They have to have friends and talk to them daily. If they share their feelings, they will not have mental health issue. We have definitely gone through a very bad phase in our lives for almost 18 months now.
Yes.
And foreseen this, I mean, even we had foreseen, but the impact was very bad.
Yes.
A lot of business hampered, a lot of economies crashed over the globe, and a lot of businesses crashed, a lot of
Yes.
companies crashed. So a lot of people have been affected. We'd be undermining if we say, okay, people don't have mental issues. Many people have mental issues in a lot of countries.
Yes.
And to get them out, Surya Puja is the best remedy
Okay.
for them. Exercising, going for a walk, reading a positive mental attitude book, playing games, taking up hobbies are very simple activities to, and learning a new skill, learning new language, so they can
Yes,
get
doctor.
out of their mental health
Yes,
problems.
doctor. Now that we all know how famous you are around the globe, you won so many state, central, and even international awards. Now, what is the most frequently and common asked questions that you get?
Relationships. See,
Yes.
there are a lot of people have become very intolerant lately. That is because of the hard work and the stressful life they are living, I think.
Yes.
They become impatient, intolerant. So, see, when they are ambitious, when people are successful, there's a touch of arrogance, that comes in their life.
Yes.
And with arrogance, there are fights and then there are grudges.
Yes.
They don't forgive each other. And because of these grudges, they build on a lot of communication gaps. So even with youngsters, with the parent children, husband wife, brother sister, sibling rivalries, there are relationship issues in all phases of life. I've come across, and more it's sad to say, but it's going on right now. And this
Yes.
is what is leaving people alone and lonely because they're not close with their own family, they're not close with their siblings, they're not close with their relatives and friends. They can't share their innermost feelings with them. They feel, I don't know what people will think, but it's not like that.
Yes.
They have to learn to. It's not easy to forgive. It takes a lot of courage, and
Exactly.
it's a painful journey. Forgiveness is not easy, but to seek peace, not justice. You have to seek peace. You have to forgive. If you don't want mental issues, if mental illnesses, if you don't want to be in loneliness, you have to learn to forgive. And forgiveness does not mean you are reconciling with people if you don't want. Because if victim forgives, even the offender has to forgive for reconciliation.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can't reconcile.
Yes.
So forgiveness has to be a conscious effort, a choice you make in your life. It
Yes.
can't be spontaneous. It's not going to happen suddenly. It's going to take time.
Exactly.
So start forgiving. I think more and more people will have less and less relationship issues. And of
Yeah.
course, the second is the financial issue. All over the globe, people have because with the pandemic right now, of course, a lot of people lost their jobs,
Yes.
and it's painful for them because
Yes.
they've finished their savings and people who had good jobs have salary cuts. Their whole planning has gone haywire. So right now, and sadly enough, the exchange of energy is money, so you can't live without it. So definitely, second issue is financial issues. Yes.
Yes. Yes, doctor. So I was wondering if we could go through each sunshines and their scope this year. Is that fine? I mean, let's start with
100.
Aries.
Yes, sure. How the Diwali in the next 2 months of Aries and bouncing back post pandemic will be for Aries. Let us see.
Yeah.
We'll see three factors: their finances, health,
Yeah.
and their family life. Okay. So
Yes.
finances of Aries, they have a new opportunity. They have to be very careful. Keep their mind and everything around them alert. Look for opportunities, and they will definitely get a new opportunity. They'll celebrate something. Their health is perfectly all right. And family wise, they're a bit not happy, but I think they can make it up.
Yes, sure.
They should find the issue. They have to be little, as I said, sensitive and alert
Yeah,
and aware with family members.
exactly. Okay. Now let's come to Taurus, ma'am. Please explain us a little bit about
Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah. Taurus, financial issues, they are very frustrated right now, but amount of money is starting to come. Health, they have to take care. They have not been taking care of their health, they're neglecting their health. So, and there were a lot of arguments or negotiations in the past 1 month or 1.5 months. They should take care of their health. And family life also, they have been very low or secretive about certain things. I think they should be expressive and open about it.
What do you think Geminis are going to do?
Gemini has good news. Their projects are getting over. Their work will be fulfilled. People who want to get married can go ahead and they'll be successful there. People who want to buy properties, they can buy properties. Their health is improving. They had lost money, which they will recover in this by the time of Christmas. Family wise, also they are very happy. So Gemini, very good. Everything's good.
That's great. How about Cancer, ma'am?
Cancer finances
Yeah.
are their projects are getting completed, and whatever they have put in efforts, Cancer's Saturn is working brightly on them. So if I I will reap. It's like that with them right now, totally, directly. They're coming out of all their traps. Family life is good for them. They may travel a bit. They may expect relatives, friends, visitors, and they can take chance now to do something new if they want to do. They should exercise regularly.
Sure. Now, Leo.
Leo had to plan their finances, and they are frustrated about their finances, not sleeping well, worried about their children. Things got delayed for them. It's not happening according to the expectations, but let me tell them, nothing is permanent in this life. Everything is temporary, and all these days will go away and fresh days will come, and everything will happen according to their plan if they work towards it. It's in India, I come across a lot of people, sadly, who tell me it's our destiny. But who created this destiny for you? You yourself. We ourselves create our destiny by the choices we make in life. So they need to invest in good things in life.
Yes. Can we talk about Virgo now?
Yes. Virgos are moving out of trouble. A lot of changes in their life will come. Major changes. And they'll get some news very soon, in a couple of days probably, related to their health, family members. An excellent next 2 years for them. They have very good, spiritual masters around them. They should find one if they don't have, and live a spiritual life for the next 2 years.
Now, coming to Libra, ma'am, what are your thoughts?
Librans are very creative people. So they're thinking a lot right now to start something new. They're full of ideas. They want to settle financially. It's a good decision to make. Health is fine. It's like a turning point in their life for Librans. So they are making a conscious decision to settle financially, and that's a good thing about it. And it will work with. They can do it.
Yes.
And in 3 to 4 years, they'll be financially very powerful.
That is great. Now, can we talk about Scorpios?
Yes. Scorpions are very methodical people. Everything has to be according to their disciplined way and habits and things like that. But new social openings I can see for Scorpions. They're very skilled, so their skills will show off now. They will start showing off their skills. They will start doing new things with their talent. So that is good again. And they may visit some old properties like their village property or old houses or a holiday home. So very comfortable life for Scorpions also. Very good life.
Great. Let's discuss a little about Sagittarius.
Sagittarius have to take care of themselves for the next 15 to 20 days. Otherwise, all is good. They've been very upset in the last 3 months where relationships are concerned. So I would like to tell them, consciously forgive them, do good, donate, pray, chant, do pranayam, do yoga, meditate a bit, and you'll be out of all the troubles.
Now let's discuss about Capricorns.
Sure. Capricorns are worried about their financial issues, but again, a good news is that whatever their expenditures are, they will always have that kind of money for their expenditures. It will come from somewhere or the other. They may travel with family, and whatever their wishes were and not completed in the last 1.5 years will complete now. So that's good news. They're on the track right now.
Yes. Let's discuss a little about Aquarius.
Aquarius is again traveling. They love the way they live. They're very calm, quiet, and patient right now. They were confused about certain people in their relations from the last 2 months, but now I think they'll allow visitors. So that's what they are planning, I think. Family get-togethers may happen, celebrations may happen, and new travel may happen. So that's good about Aquarius.
Last but not the least, let's complete it with Pisces.
Pisces, yes. Pisces also are expecting visitors, friends, lot of opportunities. They are living a very balanced life right now. Little upset in relationships because they don't like domination. So if anybody tries to dominate them, they don't like it. Apart from that, everything good for them.
Let's discuss about the last year and how pandemic affected us. Why do you think a kind of this pandemic occurs every once in 100 years? What are the reasons that do you think is behind this?
Lots to do with the give and take, which we call a karmic journey. Mankind has evolved so much that they can manufacture a small pin to a chip which drives a plane. So in this development, they've forgotten to take care of nature. And when you don't take care of nature, nature lashes back at you. So this is what is happening every 100 years. But who all are suffering now? The people who have made wrong choices of life, wrong karmas. What is a karma? Is a deed, what you perform on your day-to-day life. How do you perform a bad deed? Sometimes you're not even aware. Unintentionally, you're performing bad deeds. You're overusing water. You're overusing natural resources. You're lot of misuse of things. So this is the way nature gets back at you. There are calamities, natural calamities. How do we overcome them? By just doing good to nature. You have to feed birds, animals, take care of them. Turn vegetarian, because there was an era when people kept migrating out of their countries out of fear or out of certain needs of theirs. And when they migrated to deserts where there were no vegetations, they started eating non-veg food. But today we have vegetations all around the world. We get under the sun anything and everything, anywhere in the world today. We can purchase. So when people will turn vegetarian, these calamities will become lesser and lesser.
So I was wondering, what are the stars telling now after all the pandemic and the still going pandemic now? What are the stars telling? What can we expect in the future?
Future is always good for people who live in grace, who live in grace of the Almighty, live with laws of nature and universe, wake up with sunlight, slow yourself with sunset, eat early, exercise every day, sleep well, work hard, and be passionate, be empathetic towards people. When you're empathy, when you have empathy towards people and when you care for others, you will believe in service. You will do things which helps others. You will do things that something will work for society, and life will be good for you. Nobody can change that. That you will reap exactly what you sow. So when you're generous, when you're helping others, you get back happiness. Happiness is not something you can buy from the market or you can create some app for happiness. Happiness comes when you make others happy. So when people learn this one thing, when they're in awareness, and awareness comes only with spiritual grooming, and spiritual grooming will come with the association of masters. So when they have this association of spiritual people around them or reading spiritual books, then they will be living in the grace of Almighty and grace of God. See, again, following religion and being spiritual are again two different things. You can't mix them up.
Yes.
Doing kriyas, when you're a religious person, you're going to temple every day, you're praying every day, you're offering every day, you're doing puja every day. That is fine. You're doing a kriya. But consciously, when you're helping people, you're passionate and empathetic towards poor and needy. When you're serving the society with social work, when you're feeding birds and animals, growing trees, plants, watering them daily, when you're educating your mates' children, that is different. So that is, and practicing prana and calming your mind, being in union with mind, body, and soul. These are spiritual activities that help you grow in life.
Yes, ma'am. I that was very nice. Now, now that we talked about the sunshines, can you explain a little bit more and what steps can people follow? A little bit more discussions about how can they bounce back in the realities of life?
Simple three advices I would like to give them. Up till now, whatever they have done, accept it. If they are having a problem, challenge, or they're living a happy life, they have to follow three main laws of nature. One is acceptance. Whatever happens in their life, it's their own doing. They have to accept that. That this had to come to me because somewhere or the other I have given it out. It's just exchange of this energy that is happening between us. So once they have this acceptance, that grudges which I spoke earlier about will become less automatically. The arrogance will become less automatically. So acceptance has to be followed. That whatever I do has come back, is going to come back to me, and whatever I'm suffering right now is a comeback of something of the past. So prayer is very important, morning and night prayer, that if I've hurt anybody during the day, please forgive me. You have to pray every night for forgiveness. That is the second thing. That you forgive everybody and ask for forgiveness. Seek for forgiveness from everybody. Then your life is balanced because you're not carrying that burden before sleeping or not sleeping with those burdens. So once you're forgiven everybody and ask for forgiveness, you'll feel light, peaceful, calm, happy, joyful. And only then you can be in union with the universe. If you're not joyful, if you're not happy, universal energies don't come near you. And things don't happen, जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं सहजता से, easily, very easily things fall in place like a puzzle. That is because the universe is blessing you. Yes. You're in union with the universe.
Yes.
That is what we call luck. And the third thing is gratitude. Always, forever, we have to be in grace of God and be grateful for whatever we have. Clothes we wear, the food we are eating, family that we have, the shade of house that we have, the planet that we are living on, air that we are breathing in, the water that we are drinking, everything is given by the universe and the Almighty. We haven't created the planet Earth. We haven't created air. We haven't created water. We haven't created rain. We haven't created the first plant or the seeds. So the oxygen automatically is coming through air from the plants and we are breathing and surviving. The food we are eating is helping us to survive.
Yes.
The human God gave brain to humans, mankind, and the human race had lot of intellect, and they're using them,
Yes.
and sadly using in the wrong way.
Yes, that was so lovely talking to you today, Doctor. It was so nice talking to you, and we discussed many topics on the show. Thank you so much for coming. Again, it's an honor that you came and spoke to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
It was
Thank-
my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And hope to see
Yes.
and hope people like it.
Yes, glad.
God bless.
Same, ma'am. Same from this side. Thank you so much for watching. You were watching special astrology show. Thank you. I'm your host Shivani Raj.